tuning in. Today we're going to review a portion of the Triton 18 volt range. Triton 18 volt tools are a DIY brand.
Yep.
We got these from Masters, which is probably the main place you get them from, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they're around other places as well. So, I mean, firstly, we just wanted to kind of place Triton. Where are they in the market? Who are they?
Yeah.
They're an old Australian brand, and historically they made, those bright orange table saws and router tables.
Yeah. Pressed steel, powder coated, locally in Footscray.
Yeah.
George Lewis was the guy who invented it. A guy.
Yeah.
Sort of started it.
So so it had good roots, and to this day, we still swear by a couple of their tools.
Yeah.
I think that their TRA001, I think it is, their big half-inch router.
Yep.
For mounting under a table, I don't think you can beat it. I think it's the best table-mounted router around.
Yeah. And then I've got the bench, or the work centre, sorry, with the big old metal saw. Can't remember the code of that.
TSA001 maybe?
TSA001, something like that, but it's the cast metal thing, and it's just an absolute weapon. So they've got some really good roots of some really strong stuff. Their first foray into cordless, I think, was around the time that GMC had them.
Okay.
And it wasn't great, but they seem to have changed. They're definitely still DIY, but these things look sharp, and I tell you what, we've actually got some good numbers, which Dwayne will talk about, had some good results on that stuff, and here. So
yeah, that's right.
they actually stacked up really well.
It did, yeah. So first up, the drill, obviously the most important in any cordless line. This one is called the XT18DD2B, up to 1600 RPM. Now, in terms of its capacity, we put self-feeding auger bits in it, and it did 12mm fine, it did 19mm fine, but it couldn't do 22s or 25s.
No, once you step up, it seems to be over that 19mm.
Now that doesn't mean you can't put a spade in it and go nice and slow and do bigger holes in that, but just to give you a feel for what it can and can't do.
Yeah.
That is its limit. When we put it in first speed and put down some 50mm bugle screws and to create a fine, it was awesome. Smashing it. We just wanted to keep driving with head straight through the timber.
Yeah.
So that was good. No problems there.
Nice 2 didn't like it.
Speed 2, don't try and do anything big in.
No,
That's
no.
the small diameter drilling. Also the chuck is nice and straight, we checked that.
Yeah, we actually put a long bit in it just to see what sort of wobble it's got.
Yeah.
A little bit more than a couple of leading trade brands that we've got sitting in the shed, but it wasn't anything
only
ridiculous.
tiny.
Yeah.
Only almost the same. So good unit, nice and comfortable, not too heavy, tiny bit longer than some of the trade compact ones that we've got, but not bad. Not bad. Wouldn't hesitate to use that at all. Then we move on to the impact driver. XT18ID2BS, 2400 RPM, 160 Newton meters. So certainly not up there with the highest impact drivers on the market, but then again you can't buy those at these prices either.
No, going back to the old DIY.
That's right. Yep. So look, it wasn't as fast as we're accustomed to, but it still drove bugle batten screws.
Yeah, it was awesome. It sounded louder. We're like, oh man, that's loud. But then we checked it against a couple of others. It's actually no louder, it's just a different pitch. So our sort of ear is attuned to what we use.
And also it took a bit longer, so you're hearing it for a bit
longer. That's true,
but it was fine for driving in, little Phillips head. It had good control still.
No LED? I can't remember.
Yeah,
a little LED.
LED.
Just didn't notice it.
Stays on after you pull the trigger for a bit, which is good.
Yep.
Two-handed bit change. Prefer a single hand, but what are you going to do? Who cares? So yeah, that was fine.
That's actually a cool little thing. I didn't expect as much out of that.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer than what you used to from a trade brand, but again, these aren't trade tools.
Yeah.
They come with a 3-year warranty.
Yeah.
Not rated for industrial or commercial.
No, it's no.
But for DIY, 3 years, can't complain about that.
And we ran 2 amp hour batteries on those.
Yep.
So the other little thing to mention is that these things have a fuel gauge. Battery gauge on the back, which I reckon's awesome. We often bang on about we've got to have them on it. I think for a DIY brand to have it 4 bars, which we like, gives you a really good indication of actually where the power is. So, but they were cool. The other one we really liked, and I forgot the model number. It's an XT165CC SB.
Yep, so standard 6.5-inch blade circular saw.
Yeah, it's a banger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
There's a lot of similarities. Dwayne picked it up straight away and went, wow, because he's had a DeWalt 18 volt cordless saw. That's got a lot of similarities. We had a look at a few pictures and stuff, and the base seems identical.
Yep.
And it's really easy that I didn't notice that, but as soon as I picked it up and sort of used a couple of the features on it, oh wow, this is smooth. It's the usability, if that's a word, is really good on it.
Yeah, the adjustments for depth, for bevel, the comfort of the handle, the ergonomics, the trigger and everything.
It's all cool.
Really like the 18 volt XR DeWalt.
Yeah.
Which is a very good tool and very ergonomic. Yep.
Yeah.
The line of sight and everything really good. So that's high praise. High praise. And in power, we thought it was quite good.
70 by 50 treated pine.
Yeah, potential rails.
It wasn't dry, old, it was a little bit sticky. So we docked across and I pushed it pretty hard to sort of see if I could store it up on the 70 by 50. And I put it, so that's good. So for around home, if you're sort of doing that fence type size stuff, and anything smaller, no dramas. We didn't do melamine or any of that sort of stuff or MDF sheet, because if you can do that and push it through hard, I think no dramas. I ran it into the end grain, so I ran it along with the grain for a bit, because that's a bit of a test out for them, and it was fine. So it's really cool. We quite liked it. This one runs with a 3 amp hour battery.
Yep.
And I think they recommend you use the 3 amp hour battery on it.
You usually would with a. You always use your high capacity battery on a circle. So anyway, to me, without having used the whole range, I doubt whether that's not the top tool in the range.
Yeah,
that's
it certainly impressed us, and
that's a standout.
I was a little bit surprised with that. The next one we played around with is one that we don't have a great report on. Is the multi-tool.
That's right.
Come with a standard wood blade, 15,000. We're going to call it OPM, oscillations per minute.
Yep.
So the numbers all stacked up. Comes with that blade, comes with the sanding pad, which we really like.
Yep, and also a scraping blade, which I wish everyone included with their multi-tool.
Yeah, because otherwise that'll cost you 10 or 15 bucks.
Yep.
Now, we tried this into some harder timber and really didn't like it.
Doesn't like hardwood.
So we tried 25mm pine into the end grain, chopping down and sort of mucking around, which we think is a fairly standard test.
Yeah.
And it was good at it. Wasn't great, but it was good.
So it'll cut through your arcs and your skirting boards as long as they're pine or MDF.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Then I tried some 12mm MDF just board and sort of plunged into it as if you were doing a PowerPoint or a light switch.
Yeah.
It really struggled with it, and then somewhere in amongst it, I don't believe that I pushed it or abused it and pushed it too hard, but something blew up in the gearbox here.
Yeah. So it is a very small unit, by comparison to other ones we've used. There's not a lot of size there. They can't fit a massive motor in that. And it's actually something's
not broken.
Something inside's broken, so that's not good.
It has got quick change and stuff.
Quick change. It's got a dial for speed. So look, on the outside everything seems good, but unfortunately we can't recommend it because
we're busted in
on
the third test.
Yeah.
So hopefully we've just got a dud unit, but we're certainly not going to say, oh, we broke it, but it's awesome, because we can't sort of rate that.
Seems like a weak.
Now that model number is, geez, I should have bought my glasses, an XT18MTB, I hope, because I can't hardly read that.
Makes a lot of sense if it is.
So that one line.
Yep. And then we move on to the torch. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So the torch, it's not really a spotlight; it's a work light, which is good.
Yeah, it's cool.
More useful for a power tool kit.
Yeah.
It's nice and bright. It has a really good even spread of its light. It bends over in this direction, and it also spins in full, right round as well. So 360-degree range of motion on that. So you're going to be able to light up anything you want.
Yeah. I didn't expect a lot from that, but I actually think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no problems. Doesn't come with a hook or anything to hang it up.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Comes with a hook just here.
Oh, sorry, it does too.
It just hangs there, so then you can still turn it around to wherever you want.
So very functional.
Yep.
Not like you wouldn't want to drop this over and over. You can feel that it's reasonably delicate.
Yeah.
But it's very functional.
Yeah. And that we just ran that off at 2 amp hour. It's only a torch, so.
Yep.
Batteries.
Yeah.
Dwayne's got the charger there, and you'll see that the battery's a little different. You don't get what we would consider your standard docking type station.
No. So this is going to take around about 7 hours to charge your 3 amp hour battery.
Yep.
Maybe more like 4 or 5 for your 2 amp hour battery. And obviously, it's a DIY tool, but that is a very long time to charge.
It is a long time, and we were chatting before and sort of going, trying to find the positive, not a positive, but not so many negatives in it. And Dwayne was like, yeah, well, I suppose if you're just using impact driver and drill, you'd probably get away with it and charge it overnight. But if you flatten both batteries and you've only got the one charger, you're still a battery short. The fact that this comes with a 3-piece kit and with this, boy, you're going to like steal some power really quick.
Yeah.
So you know what the situation where at 11 o'clock you go, I've got to put tools down until I can charge it. So if you're going to get one of these kits, I'd seriously consider trying to work out how to get an extra charger without pinching one. See if you can get another charger somehow. I think you need to.
Or a fast charger, they probably make one.
Possibly make one, yeah, it just didn't come in this kit, which is odd.
Yeah, I thought so, especially one that comes with a circular saw. So look, only 13 watt. Now an iPad charger, for comparison, is 10 watt.
Yeah.
So you're basically talking like a tablet or a phone charger. You know, it's happening in here. This just sliding onto the battery. Serious weak point. Do need to consider that.
It's a couple of points off for us. Like other than that, really, we're looking at it going, wow, it's a ripper. It's got some awesome features. It's got some awesome power.
Yeah.
That really does drop it down. Even taking that out.
Yeah.
We really like these things, especially for the DIY. The price, which you've got roughly off your head, just a couple of points off.
So you've got there are 2 kits that I've mucked around with. Impact, drill, torch, and circular saw with a 2 and a 3 amp hour battery was $389.
Yep.
So I mean, in any trade brand, you're never going to get that. Those 3 tools for under $400. So that's all right, worth looking at. Then of course there was the other kit, which was a drill and a multi-tool and a torch, 2 amp hour batteries, and that was only $269.
Yeah.
And I thought that was actually pretty good value until we discovered that the multi-tool was a dud. So yeah, look. Overall, I think it is worth looking at the Triton range if you're looking for a DIY tool.
Yeah.
To muck around in the backyard, in the house. If you're a tradie, steer clear. It's not trade.
No, I probably wouldn't have recommended someone straight away to the Triton because we just didn't know. So that's why Dwayne went and grabbed it so we can have a play. I would well and truly recommend it for a DIY. I think it's cool. And like I said, it's got a lot of different tools in it.
Especially if you can get a really good deal on it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, really like the Circ Saw. I want to keep that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright, well thank you for watching. Hope you liked it and it was informative. Tell us what you think if you've played with the Triton range.
If you've got it, let us know, guys, what you think.
Yep, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
See ya.